Okay, so let's take a look at a couple of your homework problems. With the law of cosines, a lot of these are very similar. You just want to make sure that when you're getting your answer, the largest side is opposite the largest angle, smallest side is opposite the smallest angle. If it's not, you have to try another way to do it. So I'm taking a look at number 14 first. Number 14, it says side A is 4, side B is 5, and side C is 7. The good thing about this is we don't have to try to find how many triangles there are. What we are going to do is we are going to find angle C first because the largest side is 7, so the largest angle has to be C. So let's go ahead and do this. The formula is that the cosine of angle C would equal a squared plus b squared minus 2ab times the cosine of angle C. So 4 squared plus 5 squared minus 2 times 4 times 5 times the cosine of 7. Let's see what this is. So 4 squared plus 5 squared minus 2 times 4 times 5 times the cosine of... Oh, actually, that's the wrong formula. We're looking for angle C. And the formula... Sorry, guys. My bad. Angle C, the formula is a squared plus b squared minus c squared over 2ab. So let's see, 4 squared plus 5 squared minus 7 squared over 2 times a times b. And then we're going to have to take the inverse cosine of that. So 4 squared plus 5 squared minus 7 squared is negative 8. 2 times 4 times 5 is 40. So if I take the inverse cosine, I get angle C. Negative 8 over 40 is going to be 101.5 degrees. Alright, so at this point, I still have to find angle A and B. So I'm going to say 7 over the sine of 101.5 is equal to 4 over the sine of A. Now I'm trying to find angle A first. If I get a final answer and the largest side isn't opposite the largest angle, instead of doing angle A first, I'm going to go back and do B first. So let's see what happens. 4 times the sine of 101.5 divided by 7 is the sine of A would equal 0.5599. If we take the inverse sine of both sides, we get A would be 34.1 degrees. And if A is 34.1, the way we get B is we do 180 minus angle A and B. 180 minus 34.1 minus 101.5 comes out to be 44.4. You always want to make sure your angles add up to 180. Largest angle, largest side, smallest angle, smallest side, so everything's fine here. Let's do one where it gives us an angle. So I'm taking a look at number 18. Number 18, it says that angle A is 61 degrees, B is 191, and C is 205. Alright, so we can't make a full fraction, but we do know what angle A is, so I'm going to use the formula to find what side A is. We could use this formula because we only know what angle A is. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in my numbers. And let's see what this is. 191 squared plus 205 squared minus 2 times 191 times 205 times the cosine of 61. Calculator says that this is a large number, 4540.5 whatever, but we have to take the square root. And we would get that side A is 201.3. And now that we have a side, we can complete a full law of sines fraction. And I'm going to get side angle B. If this gives us an answer where the largest angle is not opposite the largest side, we have to get angle C instead first. Let's see what happens. 191 times the sine of 61 divided by 201.3 tells us that the sine of B is equal to 0.8298. And if we take the inverse of both sides, I'm getting that B is 56.1 degrees. And if we do 180 minus A and B, 180 minus 61 minus 56.1, that comes out to be 62.9 degrees. So let's see. Largest angle, largest side, smallest angle, smallest side. So that worked. All right, the other homework problems are similar. Just always make sure that your largest angle is always opposite the largest side, and the smallest angle is always opposite the smallest side. Thank you very much. Stay tuned for today's lesson.